There may well be an alternative to Chat GPT that's recently come about, which is quite exciting to see the pace of the way things are developing at the moment. There's constantly new platforms coming about. This one is a big one. This one is Microsoft. So Microsoft have got involved in releasing their latest AI engine, and it is called Copilot. Now, if you're paying for Chat GPT, then you might be thinking, well, that's $20 a month. You might be paying for the basic version, plus then if you're using an API key, you might be paying some additional fees on top of that. So, actually, is there an alternative? Is there something that you could use for free to do what you want to do? And Copilot actually might well be a solution for that. So let's take a look at Copilot, see how it works. First of all, what is interesting to note is something that's I've been told about fairly recently, is that actually Copilot is based on Chat GPT anyway. So let's just ask Copilot. It's Microsoft Copilot in here, which is copilot.microsoft.com. I can pop in here and say what AI platform does Copilot use? And it's got some nice auto completion going on down here. That didn't quite work, so it's trying to use a bit of auto completion. It's got some interesting functions in there that Microsoft have developed that help to support it. One of the things that is absolutely clear when you start to use this platform is how well it references other sources as well. So as soon as you start delving into something, then you've got references to other places where it's got the information through, which you don't seem to get on a lot of other platforms, which is interesting. So first of all, what is it saying here? Microsoft Copilot relies on the generative AI tool from OpenAI, namely Chat GPT 4. So it's running on 4 and DALL-E 3. There you go. So it's in its own words, it's actually using that for free. So we can utilize Chat GPT 4 through Copilot without having to pay for it. And if you're using OpenAI, then you have to, for the free version, it gives you 3.5. So as a paid user, you can have Chat GPT 4. So that's straight away quite interesting that we've got the ability to utilize these platforms for free. Let's have a look at the designer then. Here's the designer. So in theory, this uses DALL-E 3 then, which again is a more up-to-date version. And even on the free version of OpenAI, you can't use DALL-E. You need to be on the paid license. So if I type in cute dog, something my daughter would love, cute dog, and then see what happens. What's it going to do? Here's a cute dog image I created for you. Sign in to create images. Oh, that's interesting. So I'm not signed in. So I'm just going to sign in. I have to pause the video for a moment while I sign in, and then we'll try that again. Okay, I'm signed in. Go back to the designer and let's try again. As I'm sure if you've been looking into AI, you'll know that it's all to do with the prompts and the input that you put into these systems. So I have no idea what I'm going to generate here. Cute dog. That's interesting. Looks like that's a loading screen. Taking a little while. That's powered. It even says powered by DALL-E 3 down there. So it's interesting. Oh, there we go. So it's generated 4 as well. So straight away, it's coming up with multiple options. I didn't specify for it to do that, but it's obviously decided that 4 options would be better to allow me to choose a particular one. So interesting stuff that we've got access to this. There are some other interesting things on here. So there's vacation planning, cooking assistant, fitness trainer. There's quite a few other elements that are coming into this. I'm just going to try and refresh the screen and get me back to the beginning. There's a whole load of other suggestions here as well. So write step-by-step instructions to make pizza crust. So there's a variety of different suggestions it's making here. And in fact, this potentially is what search could look like in years to come. That you could go into Copilot or an AI and actually pull through index search content through an AI through a conversation, rather than going into Google and wading through results. So that'll be interesting. I think that's obviously starting to happen now already. People start to use this. If we look down at the bottom right hand corner of the screen, which you can't quite see on the screen share, is you've got in Windows 11 with the latest update, you've got the Copilot icon there, which brings this up directly from within Windows. Also, the search function in the bar at the bottom in Windows is using AI element as well. So straight away, Microsoft are really pushing this now as being a core integral part of what they're doing. And what I'm quite excited to see is how we then turn this into the use AI assistants within platforms like tools like Outlook and Word and Excel and all those day-to-day tools that we use as Microsoft uses. Other platforms are available, but it's Microsoft. Day-to-day I use Word, Excel and Outlook, and actually if we've got AI assistant in there, what is that going to look like? So I'm quite excited to see how that comes about and how we can start to automate certain things within our day-to-day lives, make life easier. But yeah, so this is interesting how this has progressed quite quickly, but also how it utilises the same technology that we've been all excited about with OpenAI and Chat GPT over recent weeks, months, last couple of years almost. So have a play around with this. Have a play around with the search. I've noticed that you've got a few different options down here. You've got more creative, balanced, precise. So it's worth playing around with those different options. That could be very similar to the temperature setting that you get within the Chat GPT settings. So it's worth having a little play around with to see how that works in terms of the kind of content that it brings back. And there's one thing to say is that there are a lot more settings within Chat GPT in terms of how you get a result back. Different scales out of 1 to 10 for various different things. So as you get into the paid version of Chat GPT, you might find you've got more controls in there. What I haven't seen or heard about yet is any kind of API into Copilot. So, any kind of app that you might be looking to build or integrate into the AI, then ChatGPT is currently the best platform that I've seen that allows you to do that, because it's just the powerful tools and the integration tools that we've got through API and the documentation behind that is really quite good, and they're quite advanced from that point of view. So it might be a while before we see some of the other platforms like Copilot that sit off and integrate with ChatGPT, whether they will start to provide any kind of API and integration offering. And of course, it's probably then going to go back to ChatGPT anyway, and then go into their platform and from a billing point of view. So yeah, interesting stuff. Have a play around, see what you think. Put some comments in and let me know what your thoughts are. Be interested to hear feedback and any suggestions of other tools that we could potentially use for free at the moment to do some interesting stuff in AI. Generative AI, either text, image, or video. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts. Thanks very much.